Alright guys, these are my patterns. I made these patterns in my last video, so if you haven't watched how to make this type of pattern, please ensure you watch the video and you'll be able to understand how this pattern came about. I folded my fabric and I am cutting. This is the side back panel, so I'll be cutting 2 of this. So seam allowances are very important. Ensure you add seam allowance all around your panels. Here, because I did not add seam allowance to the side, front and side back, because the fabric itself is stretchy, so I wouldn't want to add more seam allowance, and my pattern already has some ease on it. Okay, so by the time I join with like probably 3/8 of an inch, it will hug my body, because I want it to, you know, hug my body a bit. So this is it, and I cut other, you know, I cut others too, using my pattern as a guide. Okay, so if you are working with the fabric that is not stretchy, this will need seam allowances. Very important. So this is the middle panel of the front, and if you can still remember, this is the panel 2. We have panel 1, panel 2 and panel 3. So this is what I have, and this is the panel 3 of the front. So like I said, this would not have, the side would not have seam allowance, the side seam or the side front and back. Okay, but others would have seam allowance, because I have to join the fabric pieces together. So your checkpoints are very important, so ensure you mark out your checkpoints. So these are my panels. This is the center back panel, these are the back facings, you know, and this is the front piece facing, and it's going to be on the outside, and I already folded the seam allowance, can you see, and I used interfacing on the wrong side as well. Okay, so like I said, this is my center back, and I have other panels that I had already cut. This is my center front. This was actually cut on fold. Okay, the center would be on fold, and I transferred the little dart, you know, that I got from making the or drafting the panel. So you would understand by the time you start watching you know, the video, the last video. Okay, so this is the side back, and this is the middle panel, the side front middle panel, and this is the side front, that's panel 3. So the first to do is attach the zipper. Here I had already attached the zipper, ensuring that the waistline you know, matched up properly. So can you see, this is what I have. My invisible zipper has been attached properly, and next is to join the other panels to the center back. I have the side back panels here, the 2 side back panels too. So what I did here was just to attach the waist point first, then I started attaching, you know, the other checkpoints. Just ensure you know, match up every checkpoint. Very important, and with pins first before stitching. So you guys can follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Thydee Patterns. If there's any question as regards this tutorial, please ensure you drop the questions in the comment section. Here I really took my time to pin everything together. You can see what I have well pinned, and I pinned the other panel to the other side of it as well. Okay, look at what I have. So right now the next thing to do is to stitch, and I did that already. So this is what I have. Okay, so ensure you stitch appropriately, very, very important. Okay, so right now moving to the front panel. So the first thing I did was to fold my dart, the small dart there, and pin. So once you pin, then you can stitch the dart. All right, then I can stitch. Okay, so this has been stitched already, not switched, please, stitched. All right, so I am done stitching the dart, and the next thing to do is to join the other panels. So this is one, and the third one, which is panel 3, would also be joined as shown. All right, I cut 4 pieces of this flare. You can see the flare, and the length I used is from my waist down to the M line, you know, on the side seam, actually, because it's going to be attached to the side seam. So, and I cut 4 pieces. Like I said, I am going to be joining 2. Okay, so which means 2 would make 1 that would be joined to the seam line, you know, the side seam line. So right now you can see I had already done that, and I also closed the 2 ends as well. Okay, you can see what I have. So I have 2 for the 2 side lines or side seam lines. Okay, so it's time for me to join the facing. I attached the right side of the facing to the wrong side of the main bodies and stitched from one shoulder to the other. And look at what I have. I also top stitched and turned the facing to the right side. I mean, you know, it was attached on the wrong side, so I turned it. Before I turned it, I top stitched and turned it to the right side. And look at what I have. So now I'm going to just stitch the down part. You can see, so it's well secured right now. And to cover my stitch lines, this is optional actually. You can leave it like this because it was actually neatly stitched. Yes, so just that you can't really see clearly, but it was very, very neat. So this is just to enhance, you know, the look So, and that's what I'm doing. I'm just using this to cover, the stitch lines. You can use whatever is available to you. This is not compulsory. Like I said, it is optional. You may decide to leave it or, use something to cover it. All right, this is what I have. Okay, so next is to trim out the side and make it, rhyme, go well with the down part. So it is possible that when you join, you have this kind of, excess. So what you will do to fix that is to use the panel that the pattern that you drafted, that you used to cut the fabric. And this is what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to mark out the excess fabric, and I decided to trim out as shown. So I'm trying to mark out the hip point. Okay, so you can see what I have, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side as well, by placing this side on it. Ensure the waist point or lines match up every necessary checkpoint. All right, so this is what I have. I'm just trying to confirm if it's okay and if it needs to be trimmed once again. All right, I think I'm okay with this. Now I'm going to be joining the shoulders, right side to right side, but before I do that, I need to join the back facing. Can you see my back facing has been attached? So once you bring the two shoulders together, right side to right side, then you stitch. The back facing is what I'm using to cover the front shoulder, so that you can have a very neat finishing on the shoulder. Then stitch and stitch. So once you are done with that, this is what I have. And I'm also trying to beautify in a way, or enhance the front piece, and this is what I have. Can you see the back view? This is the front view, and this is the side, the flare. Can you see the flare? It's very lovely, right? So, and the shoulder is also laying flat, very flat on the shoulder. Can you see how lovely it is? Very beautiful, right? So you may decide to leave it without a sleeve, or you can attach your sleeve to it. Please share your thoughts in the comment section. So if you also like what you are seeing, please ensure you give this video a big thumbs up. Thank you so much for watching, and follow me on Instagram and Facebook, Thydee Patterns. Thank you. Bye.